Hey y'all, welcome back to the Dope Black Chick Podcast. Today, I want to talk about something that has been showing up for me in a very real way this new year, and that is patience. But not patience the way that we've been taught to think about it. Because patience has been sold to women as silence, as waiting quietly, as enduring discomfort without complaint, as in sitting still while everyone else moves forward. And I want to say this clearly: patience is not passive, patience is not giving up, patience is not settling, patience is not sitting back while your life passes by. Patience is participation without panic. And the real reason I know that is because this season of my life is requiring patience in a very different way, a way that feels very active, very intentional, and very conscious. I'm learning that impatience used to feel productive to me. It used to feel like momentum. It used to feel like ambition. But what I'm realizing now is that a lot of my impatience was actually rooted in fear of being left behind, fear of missing my moment, fear that if I stopped pushing, nothing would happen. So today, I want to talk about what patience really is, why we struggle with it, how impatience disrupts alignment, and how to practice active patience without losing your sense of purpose or momentum. Let's be honest. Most of us struggle with patience because we've been conditioned to struggle. We live in a culture that rewards speed, that praises endurance, that celebrates women who can do it all without breaking. And hustle culture taught us that if we're not moving fast, we're falling behind. That if we're not constantly producing, we're wasting time. That rest, pause, and waiting are luxuries that we haven't yet earned. And as a woman, especially, we're praised for how much we can carry and not for how well we discern. So when things slow down, it doesn't feel peaceful, it feels threatening. I know for me, patience used to feel like I was losing ground, like everybody else was moving ahead of me while I stood still. And urgency felt safer than stillness because urgency gave me something to do. Stillness asked me to trust. And trust can feel uncomfortable, especially when you've spent most of your life relying on effort instead of alignment. So if patience feels hard for you, I want you to know that doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It means you're learning or unlearning something that never truly served you. So let's get really clear about what patience actually is and what it is not. Patience is not giving up on what you want, settling for less, being inactive or disengaged, losing your desire or ambition. However, patience is cooperation with timing, staying aligned while things unfold, trusting that effort doesn't always equal acceleration. Patience doesn't mean that you stop moving, it means you stop rushing. And I've been thinking about patience like rhythm. When you're off beat, even if you're moving fast, the music doesn't feel right, right? But when you're in rhythm, even if the tempo is slower, everything flows, baby. Patience is moving with life instead of trying to outrun it. It's planting seeds and trusting that growth is happening underground, even when you just can't even see it yet. It's letting life catch up to you. And one of the biggest things that I've learned is that impatience often creates resistance. even when our intentions are good. When we rush, we over explain, we overwork, we overcommit, overextend, and afterward, things don't feel peaceful. They feel tight, they feel forced, heavy, even. I can look back at moments in my life where I pushed something to happen before it was ready. And even when I got it, it still didn't feel good because there was going to be some kind of friction there, some kind of exhaustion. There was a sense of, why doesn't this feel like I thought it was going to feel? Like we all expect to get that exhale, but I didn't get it. And the answer is usually because it required urgency to obtain, meaning you had to give it more energy to even get it, right? Flow, not force. And what's meant for you doesn't require panic. It doesn't require rushing. It doesn't require self abandonment. Impatience convinces us that timing is working against us. How many of y'all have thought that, right? When in reality, timing is often protecting us. So, what does patience look like when it's active? Active patience means you stay present. It means you stay aligned, you stay available, you know, but you stop gripping outcomes. For me, active patience looks like checking my body before making decisions, asking myself, am I moving from fear or from readiness? It looks like allowing pauses without labeling them as failure, continuing my daily practices without obsessing over the results, letting things unfold instead of forcing timelines. Active patience is faith with boundaries. It's trusting the process while still honoring yourself. It's knowing when to act and when to allow. So, if you've been feeling behind, I do want you to consider this. You might not be late. You might not be stuck. You might not be missing your moment. You might just be running ahead of your life. And patience isn't about waiting on life, it's about letting life meet you where you are. Slowing down doesn't mean giving up, it means you trust enough to stop forcing. And that kind of patience, that's powerful. Next time that you feel the urge to rush, I would like for you to pause and ask yourself, what would happen if I let life catch up to me? What would happen? You might find that everything you've been waiting for has already been moving towards you. So, as always, be dope. Peace and blessings.